Okay, so we're here to do Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction expansion Let's Play. I'm SaintAB and I'm here with Monotone, who is pretty much a newbie to Diablo, so I'm going to be inducting him in. We're going to play single player offline, which is how I always play. I've never played Battle.net. Oh, actually, it's a lie, I have, but I got owned really badly by some pretty crafted characters. So I'm going to create a new character. I'm going to be the Druid, which is, I think, one of the most difficult builds because you can go in a lot of different ways. And it's really easy to stuff them up beyond all recognition. So I've got his name in there. You are limited with characters. Expansion character means that you will get the expansion level, which is level 5, Harrogate. And I'm not going to tick hardcore. Hardcore means dead is dead, and you lose all your gear. So we're going to go with him. Alright, so we got somebody with an exclamation point above their head. That means they have something to say. Wariv actually doesn't really have anything to say, except for that when we're finished here, he will take us to the next stage. And if we click on him, we don't have the option yet. Alright, I'm going to bring up my map, which is the tab button. You can tab it on and off. What you may do, because this is largely a keyboard command game, you can accidentally hit space. That will take it off. Space does not bring it back up. You have to tab. You can move the map around with your arrow keys in any direction, especially in places like Kuras that have massive maps. You might get lost a bit and lose where your marker is. You can just tab to recenter. So all these white crosses are they are the characters in town. The blue one is you. When you get a hireling, they'll be a green, I believe, and when you die, you're in red. You have to go back and claim your body. So we're going to go and have a look in here. So this is ours. No one can steal anything from you. The only things you're given, so this is your stash, it's empty. You can deposit up to 50,000 gold in there. I do suggest that you do that because as soon as you die, you lose your gold. We start off in normal difficulty, and in normal difficulty, I don't think that you lose all the gold that you have on you, but in later difficulties you will. It's just good to get into the habit of it. So you start off with, you're given a basic weapon, club, 1 hand damage, 1 to 6, and then a special extra on there, 50% damage to undead. You're also given a really crappy shield, which is a buckler in this case, and you've got an enhanced chance to block. It doesn't really matter at this point. We'll upgrade those. Pretty much anything else we find will be better. A scroll of identify. These have white titles, so club is in white, buckler is in white. Anything that's in any other colour except for grey will need to be identified before you can see what the stats are and before you can equip it. A scroll of town portal opens up a portal that you can go between 2 points to fast travel, essentially. Now this is Chassis. Chassis is the blacksmith. Every town will have a character that is similar. Okay, she is Chassis the blacksmith. Now we'll just click out of that. And if we click on her, so we can talk, nothing really interesting there. We can trade with her. She can also repair our gear. Now I'm a melee character. I will need to repair pretty often. That's your durability stat there. So 24 of 24, and 12 of 12. So that's going to degrade really quickly. So to repair, if you have low money, you just want to repair one item, you can just left click on repair and then left click on whatever it is that you want to do, or you can just repair all in one fell swoop. Buy, sell, that is just a long way of doing it when you can just drag and drop. Anything in red you can't equip yet. It might be because your strength is too low, your level is too low, your dexterity, or it could be a class item like, there we go, an assassin's guitar that you can't use because you will never be able to use it. No matter how high your stats are, you need to be that class of character. So there is some stuff here that we could use. Obviously I don't have any money, but I wouldn't buy any of that. Pretty much anything you can buy, you can find something better, unless you're really unlucky. Alright, we're going to go see Gede. He's the town scoundrel. I suspect the town drunk. Yep, good day to you, partner. He's a used car salesman. So this guy also trades. He has a very limited selection of wares. He can't repair anything. His special thing is that he has a gamble function. And once again, I think in every area that you go to, there will be somebody with this. Gambling is not worth it. That is a really big piece of advice, especially for low-level characters. And it is tempting when you get caught up with a boss that is just kicking your butt all over the place to gamble on, getting a magic armor or something that you need resistances for. The odds of that happening are like astronomical. I have had a character before that just had so much money they were carrying around that I just sat there and just gambled all of it away, seeing if I could get a set item or a unique, and no joy. So you could get lucky, but don't spend it if you're not prepared to lose it. Kasha. So she is our leader of the scouts in the area. Here you can see we are in the rogue encampment. She leads the rogue scouts. Also, you can see I'm on version 1.11, which is definitely not the latest patch. The reason I'm on this is because they really jacked down the difficulty for, I think, 1.13. And I don't think there's that much of a challenge when you have it all jacked down. So I'm keeping it on the old school difficulty plus. Akara will show another big difference. So Akara is the healer. If you're poisoned, you can run, she'll poison you. She sells potions, she sells scrolls. And Akara's giving us our first quest. So there's a cave nearby filled with shadowy creatures. And we're going to wipe them off the face of the earth. So in the later patches, Akara comes with a trait where there will be like reset stats, something like that. So she doesn't have that, which means that I'm stuck with whatever skills and character stats I choose to put on there. Another reason why playing the Druid was really hard, because it was very easy to stuff up his skill tree, and because he has so many different really great skills, and not all of them are very complementary. So if we go on and see what she has, so stamina potion, antidote potion, thawing, obviously if you get frozen. Generally, if you're in a battle where you're frozen and you need one, you're not probably going to have time to even use one of these. Scroll of town portals, scroll of identified keys. Okay. So, we've now got, because she's given us the quest log, I'm going to hit Q. Q is the hotkey for the quest log. So you can look for the den in the wilderness outside the rogue's camp. If you want to hear the speech again for some reason, you can click on that. You will probably get very tired of doing that because this is very wordy. This game, I guess not so much with modern games. I'm a huge Bethesda fan, and let me tell you that's half of my thousands of hours. Okay, so let's just have a little quick look down here at the bottom bar. Okay, so when you go up a level, when these are red, it means you've got skills that you can use. You can't click on the grey buttons. You can only click on them when they're red, but to bring this one up, it is T for your skill tree. So a druid has elemental skills, shape-shifting, and summoning. And over here is your character stats, which is C. So it's your level, how much experience points you have, which is also this bar down here. How many points to your next level, what number of points you'll need to have until you get to that next level. Your strength, your dexterity, which affects your attack rating, which is your chance to hit certain creatures. Fallen is a very common creature in this first one. It's also the default choice before you hit something. It will revert to whatever your last enemy was that you fought when you look at it. Your defense, that's pretty obvious. That also is like the reverse of your attack rating, so what the odds are somebody else will hit you, and what the odds are you'll actually be able to successfully block the blow. Vitality, stamina, and life. and energy is your mana. So that's the blue ball there, and life is the red ball there. Your resistances. Okay, resistances you will want to build up. We will go into that, I think, later, but you will really want to make that a priority always. Okay, so down here you have your attack. This is the attack that you will use with your weapon that's in your left weapon slot. I always hotkey that as F1 because sometimes I will have an extra skill that you use as a main attack, but then if you are running low on mana you may not want to use it, and you may want to just still be able to hit them, so you want to use your normal weapon. Okay, over here is a casting one. It's also typically where paladins will use auras, sorcerers will use spells, and where druids will summon things and create elemental damage from. Now, something that is really good about this, and I'm surprised more people on Let's Plays don't actually hotkey it, is that you have your town portal. You have your identified too, that's not really as important. The scroll of town portal, I hotkey that as F8. When I get a tome of town portal, that will be hotkeyed as F8 too, because you don't always have time to hit I to bring your inventory up and quickly find it and click on it if you're in a bad situation where you have to go. So I would suggest that you do that. Okay, so we're going to go out here and find, into the Bloodmoor, we're going to find the Den of Evil. I usually travel around the edges, clear the place out. It's also where you'll find a bunch of the chests. Okay, so on the map, when you see these little wheels, that is a shrine. So stamina shrine, you'll love these at low levels because you'll have no stamina. Melee characters typically will have, see there's a fallen, will typically have like good armor, which weighs more, which drains your stamina. So here you can hit on your not on your numerical keypad, but on your normal just keyboard. QWERTY section. If you hit one, that will use this one to reduce that, and so on and so forth. So I will typically have, this is just how I have all my characters. When you get a belt, you'll get an extra row up here, and the better belts you have, the more you'll get, up to I think 4. These kind of rocks always have stuff under them, so that key will let me get into any locked chests that I find. You can see my stamina is now blue because it's enhanced and it's not going to run out. So these guys, you can see underneath the name zombie, his class is undead. My club does plus 50 damage to undead. The fallen that go running around, they have demon under them. Quill rat is just going to be a creature. Okay, so we're going to also think about tactics, because there's a few things that will make your first game really easy, or just some things you may have forgotten if you've played the game before and want to take a trip down memory lane. One is, do not fill up your inventory on stuff like arrows, bolts. Oh, I will take that. That will automatically equip. You can see I now have those there. I'm going to fill them up. Rejuvenation potion will give you an immediate, like an immediate boost to your health and mana. Mana and health potions, it's not an immediate thing, it takes a little time to fill up. So if you're in big trouble, you will use your rejuvenation potion. These are bolts. Bolts are just a thing that if you use a crossbow you will need. Same with arrows if you use a normal bow. They sell for about $2. It's not worth the cost of the town portal. But also you want to just keep playing and not run back to town because you've got so much stuff. So I've gone up a level. Alright, let's have a look. So I'm going to want to increase my attack. So I put a few points in there. I'm going to just add one to everything. It's another thing that makes Druids difficult is that they pretty much need every stat almost equally. Okay, I use Werewolf because they have some really good combat skills. I'm going to make a combat Druid with summoning tendencies. This is really weak at low levels. It's not even worth having it. You attack really slowly. You have to get these two skills up. So I'm not going to bother at this stage. What I'm going to do is get my Poison Creeper. Now, Ravens, if there's one thing that you take from this, I really hope it is not to put points into your Raven. Ravens do no damage. So the damage is 2 to 4. That's really great at this level. When you get to like level 8, you will never need them. The only benefit these guys have is that they cannot be killed. But they only last for, so say 12 hits. You waste another skill on it. It will go to 13 hits. It might go up 1 in damage or something. And you'll get an extra Raven. But, you know, when you're fighting enemies that have 15,000 life, you'll regret that you wasted the points. Or else you'll take a trip to Akara. You're going to play New School, I guess. You will need to put 1 point in there in order to get your wolves and your bear, if that's the way that you want to go. It is the way I will go, so you're going to see me be a huge hypocrite, but it's only to get something that I will need later. So that sash I'm not going to pick up. That's white. That means it's just normal. It's going to sell for nothing. The drops are leveled. Cracked throwing knife. I'm not going to pick up anything that's damaged. Alright, so strategically, we've got a couple of melee guys that are just terrified of me. And a couple of ranged blokes. So we're going to take out ranged first, if possible. And we can see just down here there's someone called Flavi. We can go see her, cracked short bow, I don't need that. Alright. So she's going to suggest that I don't go back because my experience is not up enough. These guys are a bit tougher for me, plus I haven't finished my quest. Not strictly true, because once you've played this for a bit, you know what to expect. Alright, Skill Shrine. This will increase your skills, of which I only have 1. So I'm going to actually get my Poison Creeper going. So I'm going to hotkey this guy as F7 by just putting my cursor over it and hitting F7. And then right click, so left click is these ones here, and right click is over here. He'll just go through and just gradually poison everyone. Undead have a natural resistance to poison, even though it doesn't come up under their name. When you see someone that has a very high resistance to anything, it will say, you know, is immune to poison. But undead do have a naturally high immunity to it, so he won't be as effective. Okay. Now, if you find a special character that has cursed written on their list of characteristics, you will lose whatever shrine little emblem is above you, and you will lose all the benefits from it. Now, sometimes the Bloodmaw comes into 2 parts, into 2 sections, and you can look around the first part for ages wondering how you missed the cave, but the maps are randomised. If I saved this and came back, it would be a different map, and all of my progress would be lost. My map would not have anything here. Now on the map here, this is a little house or something. Sometimes there's a bed that you can left click and there'll be something hidden under the mattress. And sometimes there's nothing. Okay, now I'm going to take the leather armor because now I've got that equipped. So that's the sash, defense 2. Yeah, don't bother picking them up. You can see my durability here has already gone down by 4. The buckler is still good because none of these enemies are very tough. I might just take this because it might be better than what I have. And I saw when I had a look through chassis stuff what kind of levels and that I needed. So this is better. You can always hit your character stats and do a little comparison with your attack. So 1 to 7 is what I have now. That's 4 to 9. I don't need that. Okay, I'm going to actually put this in here. So just what weapons is W, as you can see there. That's good if you have a weapon that has just degraded and it's not repaired. And you can still fight. Scroll of Identify is worth its weight in gold. They're like $80 each. And as you can see, I've picked up, I think, $5 in total since I've been here. Most shrines will recharge after a while. So I've just went up another point. Your health and mana refills immediately once you go up a level. Alright. Let's head down and have a look. So that's grey, that means it's either socketed. So you can put gems or runes in there to increase damage, to give it poison damage or lightning damage, to increase defense if you have that particular jewel. A lot of different things you can have in there to increase attack against undead or demons. Or the other thing it could be, now, damage leather gloves are pretty terrible, but I don't have any gloves at all, so I'm going to take them for the time being. Bolts. Okay, so the way that I'm bringing up all of these items once they fall is by hitting the Alt. And yeah, so sorry that the cursor's here. I could not get it off the screen, but it actually works really well for here, I think, because now I can use it to point at stuff. So up here is my vine. That green bar is his health, as I'm sure you figured out. Here is the cave. So I think we might leave that there and come back and explore the cave, see what that has to offer. Alright, thanks guys, see you in the next video.